We're jumping into game number 2 of the Red Bull Campus Clutch South African Finals, and now we get to see HASIEMEK up against VALORUNTS. HASIEMEK coming from Pretoria, they were seed 5 in the finals, and then we've got VALORUNTS, seed number 2, but an amalgamation of some of the scariest players you will see in South African Valorant. Cloudburst. This is the team to beat. I got to speak to every single team in the finals, and every single one of them said that they were terrified of VALORUNTS. Except VALORUNTS. They're apparently, they quite like themselves, so they didn't say that. But they are the favorites. They are the team to beat, and they have an impressive lineup.
Oh, absolutely. I think just going from the top and starting at the top is simply coming in, playing for actually Equinox, which is a NA organization, flying all the way down here as he is registered for study here in South Africa, and definitely going to be bringing a wealth of experience into the mix for the team. And then a mix of what we have from White Rabbit Gaming and from the Punishers organization locally from their teams, where you have Sergi, Cloaks, and African Bot from WRG, and Caesar from Punishers. So definitely, they are a team to be reckoned with. HASIEMEK on the other side, though, is players I've actually never seen in the scene before, and I absolutely welcome them into it. It's going to be exciting seeing what they bring to the table here. Haven being our first map here, quite a standard mid-range composition here coming in from HASIEMEK, and a it's a triple duelist coming in from the side of VALORUNTS, and I think that they're going to be playing this so aggressive. They have all the confidence in the world coming into this.
I mean, that's why they've got those 3 duelists. They're just going to be running in to click heads. And of course, the map we are playing, like you said, it is Haven. It has 3 bomb sites, which makes it a lot bigger, a lot harder to move around. And really, I think it's going to come down to controlling that mid. If you control mid, if you kind of just move yourself a little bit out of B, and that's exactly what VALORUNTS are going to do with those 3 duelists as well. And if they get those picks, they're going to shut this down very fast. However, did have a chance to speak to HASIEMEK, and they did tell me that they actually have a secret weapon against VALORUNTS. Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah, well, please do share.
Well, I mean, they didn't call him a secret weapon. They said Wrath is their only hope. I'm going to go with secret weapon because it sounded a little bit less desperate, but they're basically saying against VALORUNTS, they're completely reliant on Wrath, who we're looking at now. This is going to be tough. No pressure, Wrath. We're going to be watching you the whole way through.
Absolutely, and already looking at what we might have as a crazy flank here. Pledgy already in the back line. Slow movement from HASIEMEK. They haven't seen him. He could find 2 here. No! Okay, he finds 1, almost misses that. Uses the dismiss to get back. Incorporeal, and he actually is taken out by Y, stoop so low. And now Bomb could be posturing towards A as, oh my, Wrath finding the pick onto Cloaks.
I have to be honest, I thought that was a sneaky play, but I thought it was arrogant, and it didn't pay off. I know he got the pick, but he got taken down. This is VALORUNTS are not looking good, and I think that they were maybe a little bit too confident coming into that. Thought that they could do the little wraparound, sneak up behind, missed that shot, then had to reload, lost a player. Now they're 2 down. All the pressure's on.
Okay, but here we go. African Bot getting 2, and now it is a 1 versus 1. Caesar does have the cam. Doesn't get the tag just yet. Camera gone, and now pushing to King Tomato. Does manage to get the kill, and that was way too close for a first round. Did not expect for it to go that way.
We hyped them up so much. We said that VALORUNTS were the favorites. We said that they were the team to beat. They had a mixture. They basically had all the best South African VALORUNTS players. Simply flew in from America to play, and then they come in. They try to do the sneaky wraparound. They mess it up. They start going down. I think they just got a big wake-up call. When you come in as the favorites and everyone calls you the favorites, sometimes you can believe the hype. They might have won the round, but if they're not a little bit suddenly going, whoa, hold on, actually maybe we need to play this a little bit better.
Smoke.
Absolutely.
Could have been the wake-up call they needed, to be fair.
I mean, I hope so. The Wrath also coming out with a classic here. Of course, they've lost the round, opting to go for the save and potentially an aggressive push over into A, where Pledgy wants to duel them with the Sheriff as soon as possible. Actually not landing any shots here. Leah comes out. They are currently flash, and he's just missing all of his shots. Wrath going to try and posture towards, but we've already got a rotate coming in. Simply is going to get the first pick. Pledgy. Spike is down and wants to re-peek this because he re-peek and 4 players gets kill, and he wants some more. Dismiss in and out, and we have a trade coming through. 2 versus 4 and a potential wraparound, which doesn't seem to be happening just yet. They have to be so scared here and play so safe. Little fake on grabbing that ultimate orb from Wrath, and 7 health, but in the smoke, he does have Devour still in his arsenal. If he gets a kill, he can heal up, and he just jumps directly into the tripwire. Pledgy does fall, however, in the back from Y Stoop so low. And now they need to stop posturing to the side. 30 seconds left to go. African Bot has a Marshal. Doesn't see them moving towards lowers. They still want to push into A. Wrath gets shot down from Caesar. He's going to re-peek it with his Stinger, and he gets the kill.
Underground doctors.
Very good play from both teams there. We saw that trap wire come into play. That, of course, is one of Cypher's abilities. Walk me through exactly how that works.
So with what you have on Cypher, you do have the tripwires, which you'll be able to place. I'm just waiting for Caesar to place them so I can give a good example. But you can choose a surface. It'll connect to the opposite angle of the surface you put it on. And if any enemy player passes through it, they are both delayed, stunned, if they stay in it for too long, and they're revealed to the enemy team. So it does a whole bunch of things. However, you or your teammate can shoot either side of it to get rid of it. But more so, moving on to this match now, we do have almost a full buy. Coming in from the side of HASIEMELK, Cloaks, Pledgy playing aggressive inside Garage. Out comes the guiding light from Sky. And Wrath wants to posture towards Garage and potentially push in. Slope over in main to slow down Simply. Trailblazer comes out, finds some info, and Pledgy is actually going to have to back off onto site. Bucky as a weapon, nerfed quite heavily here, and oh my, Wrath moving over into B, finds Simply, who's meant to be our superstar. Or is our superstar, but Wrath coming out on top of this aggressive push into B. They're going for the plant already. Caesar with just a Stinger, Pledgy going down as well as King Tomato. And this is an excellent push onto site.
Look what they did. They're using all their abilities to try close it off, some smoke, some walls, making sure they can hide it all up. They've been able to take down a host of those players, but African Bot, he doesn't miss when he aims at those heads, and now he is out to hunting.
Oh my word. Okay, gets another kill. Tailwind. He's going to be pushing through mid. He has the Blade Storm, and it's a 2 versus 1 favoring Valorant, and they do turn it around. African Bot coming in with 3 very important kills there.
This is what you want from a duelist. So he plays a duelist, which is basically his job is to get out there and to get those frags. And that's exactly what he does. He doesn't miss those shots. He can be a little bit terrifying. So you need to be very aware of the fact that when he is still on the map, he is not going to miss if he peeks you around one of those angles. But really good play from HASIEMELK. I like the way that they were able to attack there. I like the way that they were able to figure out exactly how they wanted to use all their different abilities, because this is the thing about Valorant, right? Is you want to use those abilities to help you get onto sites, and they did just that. You saw, if you were watching and you're not familiar with the game, you would have seen the smokes, you would have seen the walls. Those are all those different agent abilities being used to ultimately close down the site so that you can put the spike down.
Absolutely. I think we're seeing some great work on that coming in from HASIEMELK, and this is excellent to see as well. I mean, our expectation coming into this was Valorants were going to potentially just run right through. HASIEMELK, however, complete unknowns, at least to my knowledge, within the local scene for Valorant, and they're putting up quite a fight. Of course, this is still the early rounds here. I mean, we're only on to round 4 now, but if we haven't seen a single flawless, we haven't seen a single situation where there's a massive deficit in a round. I mean, this is posturing to be an exciting series.
This is, I think that the HASIEMELK, the dark horses, if you like, are showing us that Valorant, while the favorites, while kind of scary, can be beaten.
Oh, absolutely, and Seeker's coming out, finding locations of players here. Sky's ability, so much information is gained, and now Wrath wants to push onto the site. Leah coming out from both sides, has to push through so much utility that pushes through. Dismissal, and peeking 3 players, doesn't quite get it there, but hopefully there can be a bit of a turnaround. Why so?
1 enemy
oh
remaining.
My, it's all up to African Bot now, and he's walled off even.
So African Bot, if he gets near them, is a bit of a scary one with that gun. He knows how to hit his spots. But they said that Wrath was the secret weapon against Valorant, or I said that at least, and he was their only hope. He does a really good job of getting them onto site. Now come on, Minor Crisis. You've just got to hold off African Bot. Keep him busy. You don't even need to get into the firefight. Just keep him busy. He's coming around the corner.
Oh no, this peek can spell doom.
No!
He knows where Minor Crisis is as well, and the life is so low.
He's waiting. He's shooting.
Oh my.
Minor Crisis knew as well, but it was just a little bit too late. And now African Bot is going to be responsible for the defuse, doing a great job there. you got to get him out of the game, right?
Absolutely.
Get a target on Jet's back and make sure she gets shut down, because he is scary when he's out hunting.
I'm extremely impressed by the pressure that we're seeing applied from HASIEMELK. It looks almost like VALORUNTS, as you said, they weren't expecting this. They had all the ego coming into this. And once again, we see a side entrance from HASIEMELK where just one player is left alive and AfricanBot has to clutch it. Of course, AfricanBot having an amazing game so far, clutching all of the rounds that they need to, but you can't keep it up for an entire game.
I mean, maybe they can. We'll have to wait and see. I don't think the scoreboard's very fair to HASIEMELK right now. I think that they've done some really good attacks. They're getting quite aggressive now coming in. Not sure if this is going to work out for them, and it doesn't. King Tomato reigns all gold. Look at that. He takes two down.
Wow. And now moving on to C, B is completely open. They forced Caesar off of A site. Guiding Light comes through as well. The flash is going to be so important. And King Tomato finding another one. Cannot find Cloaks. And now, Cloaks does take the bomb down. Finds the third as well. Can't get the fourth. And now it is a 2 versus 1. Caesar, now the player in the clutch position. It's not AfricanBot. It is up to the Cypher.
This is their opportunity. Why stoop so low? Minor crisis. As I say that, Spike goes down. Sage quickly throws up a wall, realizes that the Cypher's there, needs to shut him off of that entry. Got the spike now, but now has to plant it. They're going in opposite directions. This is your opportunity, Minor Crisis. Get it done quickly. He's on his way. He's coming on up. Just hold the angle now. You know he's coming. You know he's there. Hide. That's another solution. Hide.
Minor Crisis is going for the resurrect. So important. Whilst Caesar right now moving up, knows exactly where they are, but he's on 46 health. He's going to fake it, but they have all the playing area in the world to work with, and he can't flick it. Here we go, a round for HASIEMELK.
HASIEMELK gets the run. What a clever way to use Sage's ultimate, so that resurrection can bring another player up. Minor Crisis immediately did that, created all that space. Like we said, Haven is such a big map, right? So you've got to rotate around is difficult. Cypher was all the way on the other side, could use the resurrection. HASIEMELK didn't see this one coming. I'm starting to get a little bit hyped. VALORUNTS. Maybe VALORUNTS. I mean, everyone's kind of said, the VALORUNTS South Africa community kind of said the VALORUNTS victory was a given, but I don't know so much now. Look at these relatively unknown players just coming in with an incredibly fast communication to change things around.
Seiji. Oh, what a dirty headshot! And now pushing back over onto A. That gives them so much space to work with, but if anything, I feel like HASIEMELK can still make something happen. Moving back over, taking it extremely slow. They're worried about another flank, or at least something from behind, but doesn't look like that's going to be happening. The entire team stuck on A main, making a lot of noise with those footsteps as well. That means that VALORUNT's definitely going to... They're probably going to find out what's happening.
Choosing to rotate rather than going through mid, kind of falling right back. Not sure if that was the best idea, because they're basically just giving VALORUNTS a chance to kind of spread themselves out nice to all the entry points to the different sites. Took a bit too long, I think, on this one, especially with that rotate. A little bit of a risk, because what you are going to see is exactly this.
Oh, what's Orbital Strike going to do? It is going to absolutely decimate HASIEMELK. That's 3 kills, and Synergy Grenade to just close out some more as we see AfricanBot now with Blade Storm dashing out and getting rid of King Tomato. A thorn in their side in the previous round, but now knives in the face coming in from AfricanBot.
Simply flew in all the way from America just to drop all those bombs in that round, and that is exactly what he did. You saw there using his character's ultimate to ultimately just take out the entire team. HASIEMELK, that was a little bit scary. I felt for you. I would have been terrified. Simply well played. But it's still, it's still early days, right? So now an opportunity. These teams are starting to get a feel for one another, I think, and we're in for some exciting VALORUNTS.
Absolutely, and once again we see Cloaks up for the curveball, a peek. Can he find a pick this time? No, not yet. Yes, he can. He's done some damage. Oh, that's 2! Does he find the third as well? Yes, he does! Oh my word, of course, not all the armor being bought from the side of HASIEMELK, and now it's only up to Ice Super Solo, and he picks up the gun, but he does not have the time.
Valorunts, it seems that they've warmed up. Maybe we made them a bit angry when we said that they shouldn't be so confident, and it's almost like they want to prove everyone wrong now and just remind everyone here why they were the team that most of the teams feared. Of course, simply like we said, came from America. He plays with Equinox, and he did say to me before this competition that he was bringing the Equinox playbook so he could toss out something a little spicy.
I've got your trail.
Oh, Seeker's going to be coming out from King Tomato. And, oh, through the wall, Pledgy just blind firing to take out White Stoop Solo. A deficit already, and African Bot going to push the advantage. They have the spike now.
Down,
And already, things are just falling apart for HASIEMELK. All up to Juked. Hoping to potentially get that Phantom, but maybe he can get rid of African Bot. No, he actually jumps! Oh, that is the trouble of binding jump to your mouse wheel.
It was a little bit unfortunate, but I think this is the thing, right? So let's talk about the pace, because this is something that at the start of this, I thought HASIEMELK was quite aggressive. They were quite forward in their pushes. They were quick to get onto site, and it kind of took Valorant a little bit by surprise. But now what we've seen is a complete switch up, even though the sides haven't switched, is that Valorant is being quite aggressive. They run out, they spread themselves across mid so that you couldn't really get onto the sites. They make sure that they've got all three sites covered, and they move very fast. Whereas it feels like HASIEMELK slowed themselves down a little bit, and the moment that's happened, it's completely swung the game in Valorant's favor.
Absolutely, and Cloaks now. Oh, wow. He actually gets shot from the angle, and he finds 2 picks. Not just one, but 2 off of the run it back. Now Duke has to hold back the spikes there, and African Bot gets free roam, finds another pick through the wall, and once again, this is the aggression that they're struggling with. Oh, he still finds the pick after switching to his knife and back again.
Can you imagine if you were in that room and you knew, because by now you know that African Bot is Jet, and you saw that Jet was coming. I don't know what I would do. I'd probably run. I'm not gonna lie. I would run away, because African Bot, if he sees you, if his crosshair smells you, you're down. That's how it works.
Absolutely, and having a tear through the match right now, 15-2. But, of course, we are only on round 10. So this is the first half, and HASIEMELK, I feel like we can still see some of their magic that we've seen before, and the aggression here from African Bot with the Blade Storm, oh my.
Oh no. Oh no!
They must have heard him.
Oh no, oh
There's
no,
no way
no.
they don't know he's here. Oh my word, finds a shot into Minor Crisis, getting ready to place up the barrier orb, finds 2, looking for some more, and oh, gets that one as well because of the Leo coming out from his teammates in Pledgy. And oh, is this going to be an ace? No, he's not able to get the ace. Wrath gets 1 kill, dismissals used, but he's just absolutely closed on from the rest of the team, and that was almost the first ace of our tournament.
I have to say, African Bot, you are a nasty, nasty, nasty bot. Because that was vicious. It was absolutely vicious. That ulti, of course, from Jet gives her those knives. She's able to throw them. And when you've got the aim that African Bot does, no one is left standing. Almost the ace, though. It almost was, just not to be. The problem with that is anyone knows if you're in a server, any shooting game, if someone almost gets the ace, now they're hungry for it. African Bot's going to want that ace before the end of this map.
I'm going to have to agree there, and now that we see a save round here, as it's the second last round of the half from the side of HASIEMELK, they haven't full bought, and Cloak's actually backing off. As we see, African Bot holding back. He has the operator. If it's time for him to get some amazing kills, it is now. He's such a delay in the shot there. Wanting to take it really, really slow. He is going to be blinded by the Lear. His teammate doesn't really get rid of it, but whilst all of this is happening, once again we have a flank. Caesar flanking and getting kills alongside his teammates, and it's just up to Wrath. But if there's a secret weapon that's going to be turning the tides, it's going to be Wrath. And, oh no, he runs out of bullets inside the Spectre's
as
clip.
He goes to he almost had that though, because he got a bunch of damage over on it, and I thought he might have had an opportunity, but running out of bullets meant that he had to reload, and the moment that happened he was easy to take down. But a good effort from him, and he did get some picks on that shoulder, so I thought possibly after doing some damage could maybe have got the kill. Would have been exciting, wasn't to be, but this is turning into far more of a competitive matchup than I think a lot of people thought, and a good lesson to all of us: never underestimate the team you don't know, because HASIEMELK, while VALORUNTS has been quite aggressive, HASIEMELK has had some really good plays as well.
Oh, absolutely. Oh no, Cloaks blinds himself with the curveball.
We've all been there. We've all done that.
Oh, absolutely. There's no level of skill that will take you away from those happening time and time again. Caesar on the flank. This is the last round of the first half. And interesting enough, Minor Crisis Warlords behind them to try to slow down the flank. Caesar just holding it in case there is an A push. Simply has an angle to play with. Crossfire with Cloaks. Oh, looks the wrong way. It's a 50-50. Now, oh, we've seen this once, we see it again, and they're just going to be peeking to get the kill and a flawless victory to end the round.
Simply was really good there. He just stayed in that corner. He had that angle. As one came in, took him down. As the second one came in, down they went. And then he just set off some bombs to make sure. He let the fire rain from the sky to just make sure that everyone else could easily be shut down. And now we swap over. Do you think that this will be a little bit different? I mean, it'll be interesting to see how HASIEMELK plays the defense. Looking at the mini-map right now, it appears that they're going to try and spread themselves thin so that they can kind of have space on each bomb site depending on where the push comes from.
It does feel like right now Valorant, they are playing to win. They want to end this as soon as possible in Haven, because what I feel has happened is HASIEMELK getting a few, well, almost winning a few rounds, getting around off of them, it just turned the dial to 11 for them right now. They want to play aggressive, they want to get the picks, and as you said, this split push, you've got two players posturing towards C, and it's only Minor Crisis there, which they do see, whilst we have over in Heaven, why Stoop Solo sees another player, and now the full rotate onto A.
They shouldn't have done this. Look at the little fake that VALORUNTS has just pushed. They pretended that they were coming onto A. We saw HASIEMELK rotate everyone onto A. This is a very big map. It takes a long time to get between. And then VALORUNTS quickly ran through into C. So this is going to spread HASIEMELK very thin.
Oh my! African bot with the headshot. Can he line up another? Yes, he can. Can he get a third kill? Doesn't quite look like it, but Plagy's going to find one. Wrath wraps around a bit, and now Plagy hungry for some more. Wanting to push it up to 12. And it's all up to Minor Crisis. Plagy wants to stop that, but Caesar takes the double kill instead.
What an incredible play from VALORUNTS. Really clever with the fakey. Then they jumped onto C. Were able to get all of those shots. Good job from them. I think, like you said earlier, what happened was maybe HASIEMELK took them a little bit by surprise. VALORUNTS would have known they were the favorites coming into this. They're feeling very confident. I also know, after speaking to the team, they want to go overseas. They want to win Campus Clutch, and they want to be over there as the South African representative. So they were very well aware of what they were playing for, but maybe came in maybe not warmed up, maybe a little confident. HASIEMELK brought it close, and that's how it works with these pro teams, is either they crumble out of the surprise, or they pull it back together and find that competitive act, that big match temperament.
Wow. Okay, talking about big match temperament, this is match point right now. Plagy on the attack, pushing through Garage on 34 health, but of course he is Reina, so he could get the health back. Caesar happy with getting the plant here over on A, and now it is only up to two players on HASIEMELK. Duke trying to get something happening with this Stinger, and now is a 5 versus 1. Why Stoop Solo? Nothing but a Stinger, and Cloak's going to be closing it out. 13-1 Haven going over to the side of VALORUNTS, increasing the pace. What a surprising display from HASIEMELK.
HASIEMELK really impressed me right at the beginning. I thought, this is it. We got a game on our hands, but then VALORUNTS quickly, they just found themselves and just showed why they are the team to beat in this competition. We are going to take a quick reset, and when we return, we're moving to our second map. We're jumping into the second game of the VALORUNTS versus HASIEMELK matchup, and VALORUNTS is the team that you want to beat. They'll be playing on defense first here on Ascent. They said this is their favorite map. It showcases their individual skill, which terrifies me because I just saw what African Bot can do, and if this is going to showcase that even more so, run, HASIEMELK, run!
Run while you still can. Which, I mean, look at their composition. They do still have the Trailblazer in that wolf canine type creature that Sky actually puts out. So little bit of running speed they can work with. Minor Crisis, of course, on the Sage again. Juked opting to go for the Brimstone this time. We do see our first Sova of the tournament from Y Stoop Solo. Wrath sticking to that Reyna. He is their critical mass. He is what the team needs to get the win there, and of course on top of the scoreboard for his team last match over on Haven. But if we talk about Haven anymore, we're going to be talking a little bit about how aggressive we saw Valorants play. And, I mean, Sage coming out now is a little bit slower paced. They've got African Bot on the Jet once again, Simply also on the Killjoy to stop some entries and play some post-plant. Pledgy on the Reyna, and then the standard of the Omen for Smokes. Looking at this, very standard composition here. Actually, double duelist, not triple from what we saw. So either we did see HASIEMELK leave a bit of an impression on them early, or we're going to see some cheeky plays from Cloaks because there's
I'm going with HASIEMELK scared them a little bit, and now they're professionaling it up. They're going, okay, you know what? I mean, professionaling is not a word. I've just made it one. But they've decided, you know what? HASIEMELK gave us a little bit of a scare. So now we're going to put our big boy pants on and be super serious. HASIEMELK, though, they're pretty much going with what they know, and it works well for them. Though they did throw in the Sova now, which will be an interesting one.
I think Sova, on a sense, is actually an extremely powerful pick, and some would say that he's one of the strongest agents in the game right now because of the amount of utility he provides. Information, damage, cheeky plays, like, there's just so much you can do. Post-plant, getting space, he's the agent that does it all. So
if you've never watched Valorant, just to let you know, Sova is the dude with the bow. Okay, there you go. That's how you'll spot him. He's got a bow, and that bow does lots of things, which is what Cloudburst explained for you. So just helping you out if you're a little bit new. I know we got some of the Red Bull fam hanging out today, so this should be able to help you. We're looking at Sova right now. This is an arrow. He gets to look at things. He's kind of scary with the amounts of information he can get for his team.
Absolutely. So now, right away, the attackers here from HASIEMELK know that there's at least one player on A. What they do not know is that we do have Killjoy Simply over on the side by green boxes with a frenzy, no less. And pushing over into tree right now, King Tomato at his side with Wrath. Oh, there's a dink onto Cloaks, but having to back off as we see Pledgy push forward, but they're actually going to be able to get the kill. Wrath not as lucky in this situation. 4 versus 3. The African Bot just gets taken down so early, loses the Sheriff. That's a massive cost.
HASIEMELK, you little biscuits! Look what they did! They got rid of the aimbot, because that's what I'm going to call him, because he just looks and finds it.
Oh.
Unfortunate for them, but what a play from them to start. They got to be confident. I know they didn't win the round, but that was a really good play from them. Strategically well thought out. We're pushed well onto site. We're able to get those key picks. Good job.
Oh, absolutely. HASIEMELK, once again, showing us these glimmers of hope, especially early on in the round. We're often seeing them able to put out quite a lot of pressure very early, and then Valorants have to adjust to that. They have to answer back, and luckily for them, they're able to. They're just poking away bit by bit.
It's always exciting if you're in a team and you're playing against the favorites and you're having these close rounds. It's going to give you such a big boost of confidence.
Oh, Pledgy, very hurt. African Bot, very hurt. And now there's 3 players that can be pushing through here. Wrath, oh my word, African Bot finds a pick onto King Tomato. Wrath wants to try to get some damage in, but he's got nothing but a classic. Paranoia comes out, which means we're going to see the swing from Pledgy. And he actually managed to get a kill on top of that as well with the Sheriff. African Bot trying to find some more. And oh my.
Great.
Simply coming out with 2 kills from the Bulldog, all headshots, and closing it out. I mean, that looked like a flawless round.
It was impressive to watch. They looked really good. They're going to start feeling hungry. But this is, what a game. Both of these teams love playing on Ascent, so that helps as well. Sorry, I'm mistaken. HASIEMELK's favorite map is actually Bind. But everyone loves playing on Ascent anyway, so we're just going to go with that. And this is interesting, right? We can see now HASIEMELK setting themselves up. I think they're going to go for that A push again. Or maybe a little sneaky fake. Okay. No one likes casters who try and guess what's going to happen before it does, but there you go. I'm going to do that. I think that they're going to make that push for A again.
Ooh, Minor Crisis with the Spectre trying to get some damage over onto Simply, but not going to be able to do all too much once again. Okay, we're going to be seeing where does this utility go, not actually opting to use it. Okay, Recon Bolt going to be coming out, so hopefully we see where it lands. That could find quite a bit of information, but African Bot currently coming in from the flank, which means that they are currently boxed in. Pledgy as well, slow walking all the way through with the Judge, no less. As soon as they push through, he can't see, but he's going to make it happen anyway. Dismisses out of there from getting the kill. so much reward from playing Reina, and oh, he gets peeked on from Wrath of all players, taking out Pledgy. African bot, back him off as well. King Tomato gets the pick, and now it is favoring HASIEMELK. They do have to worry about Simply right now. He has a lot of utility over onto the site.
Alarm bot down.
Now Leo coming out. How does Simply play this? He's alone on site. The entirety of the team is currently pushing over. Sightlines are everywhere. Juked does fall. Simply underneath, gets taken by King Tomato. It's all up to Caesar right now. He falls down. Last player, Cloaks, with just a stinger and a little bit of health. He's healing up a bit from the healing orb he used on himself. But he's up against two players, and it's not just two players. It's King Tomato and Wrath, who runs away with the headshot. Another, well, first round for Ascent on the board for HASIEMELK.
Fantastic job from HASIEMELK, and they're going to be feeling really good with that. They are playing so well. I'm really just kind of, this is the problem, is like we said, we didn't really know these players before. They said that Wrath was their only hope against VALORUNTS, and I think that they completely downplayed the fact that this entire team has done such a good job, and to get that round against one of the, a mashup of some of the best players in VALORUNTS, good job to them. They are putting up a fight, and VALORUNTS is having to work for it. You can see them running around, working really hard. They're making that push for A again. This works for them. I think that they're feeling confident on it.
Absolutely. Getting rid of the door now so that they don't have any way to play around that. Also walling off short. A great play here from VALORUNTS. And from that already we see African bot right now posturing over on Heaven. Whilst Pledgy could be caught completely unaware. King Tomato peeks out. He has to kill, but oh my word, he's caught in animation, and now that's a clean trade, which means that we're going to be seeing the rotate from VALORUNTS. They are going to be moving, posturing towards B over here. In market, Caesar sitting and waiting for an alarm to go off. African bot over on defender side. Does see Mind Crisis push him, but not able to get the kill. Of course, we do have a information dart as well, and they've actually moved onto the site right now. Caesar does get a pick onto why Stoop so low, and he has to get a jump kill. Duke doesn't get it as African bot steals the show. Once again, dashing over with the updraft, gets a fantastic pick onto Wrath, and we just see trades coming out as Cloaks is the player to end off that round.
I think that the rotate was just a little bit slow from HASIEMELK. I think that making the decision to move off A to B just took them a little bit too long, which ultimately gave VALORUNTS the chance to rotate onto the B site and protect them. Also, for me, that entry point onto B is very scary when you've got players like African Bot and the other players that VALORANT has to offer. They get that really nice clean angle on you, and they can also get some of the high ground, which is always a little bit scary. So a rethink from HASIEMELK, and as I say, that rethink is definitely going to be them making a push to A again. I think that the A just seems to work a little bit better. I say that. They may change it up, so we'll have to wait and see. But we're getting some really exciting firefights from these two teams.
Absolutely, and only worry here from HASIEMELK is that two of their players have Spectres, and oh my word, Pledgy took so much damage there in mid. So many players from HASIEMELK actually playing top mid right now, and it causes for Caesar to actually back off with the Shrouded Step. Wrath right now holding the bomb, moving through short. Seekers are going to be pushing up against the wall. They do manage to break it, and Cloaks backing off. He does not want to fight this, and now inside Tree, they could be pushing in. They need to get rid of that Killjoy turret from Simply, even though he does get a pick. Looks like we could see a Resurrect coming out. From Minor Crisis is, oh my word, talking about Minor Crisis. I should be talking about Wrath, and I should be watching him as well. Managed to get 2 kills out of that. Knows the Killjoy's underneath. He's going to be able to get rid of it, but has to watch out for the swing from Simply. Oh no, he's caught unawares. And now King Tomato could potentially get the pick. Does find Simply. Has all the utility in the world. This is the power of the mid-range composition. And oh my word, Aspenbot just waiting for him.
Oh, there were so many jokes we could have thrown if King Tomato had clutched that down, son. But it was a good game nonetheless. I was getting prepped for that. When I saw him go down, my heart dropped. But good. I mean, I keep saying it, so it's starting to sound like a broken record, but HASIEMELK is really putting on a good show. I don't think that the scoreline is nearly fair enough. VALORUNTS, though, you can see their tactical ability. They rotate very fast. They move around as a team really well. I think their comms are good. I do like how they always leave someone near each bomb site just to make sure that they can get on and try and get a couple of picks as quickly as possible. But now, I mean, this is an opportunity. The confidence has to be building a little bit. And as I say that, you just saw that orb come flying. It's basically some fun goo to slow everyone down.
I mean, the slow, because right now they're on safe. They don't have all the weaponry that they're usually working with. And right away, Pledgy with the operator finding a pick and simply following up with a double kill on top of that as well. The players right now saving, can't really do too much. Minor Crisis is going to be running away with the bomb from a wall, and Caesar going to be waiting with the Vandal. I love this little boost here to see the heads. And
they are going to run straight into African bots. Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh no.
It's not what you want to be in, but as much as it was a flawless, HASIEMELK did almost take Caesar down. It was a save round. This does mean that they're going to be able to full buy now, so they've got their utility, they've got what they want to work with, but can they make it work? We are still 6 rounds away from the side switch. There's still a lot of room for them to improve here. Ascent is a map where defending can be a little bit easier. You do have a lot more map control, but now already, how does VALORUNTS know this? How are they aware that A is just about empty?
So this is interesting to me because it's the first time that we're seeing HASIEMELK do an aggressive early push onto B. And unfortunately for them, VALORUNTS guessed it. That was that's a guess, right? As a team, you go, you know what, I think they're going to push for B. You move to B, and there they are.
It's definitely an educated guess in this situation, as African bot, as soon as he gets a Blade Storm, just steals the show.
I'm terrified of African bots. I wonder if he can do the same with a knife in real life. I wouldn't want to find out.
I don't think anyone would want to find out.
I mean, if he could, he'd probably be working for some scary secret agency or something like that. But he is so good in this game. And like you said, when he's got those knives out, everyone else should run right on out the map.
Can we give him a title then? Can we like dub African bot the South African Hitman?
South African Hitman, there you go.
That's what we'll call him. Okay, it's now over onto B, of course. It is only simply waiting here, but he's got a lot of utility he's going to work with. A little bit of a jump peek here, which that might work in America, but you can't do that so well, South African, just due to our location. It doesn't really work the best. Sometimes you're revealed, but it doesn't matter. He finds the pick, and now it's up to the teammates of Wrath to turn this around, and he does get a little bit of an upgrade over to Spectre. Dark going to be coming out, gets destroyed before it reveals all too much, and once again, African bot just coming in from behind. King Tamale gets taken down as well, and this is the aggression we saw.
One enemy remaining.
When they get the advance, once they start finding the pressure they have, they just keep at it.
Minor Crisis has no idea what's coming for him. It was an African bot. Straight through there, and an unfortunate one for them. There was no hope. If you were in that corner, you were near. I think that's the thing, when you know that African bot's coming around there and it's going to be an out-and-out face-face shootout. We've seen it before. He doesn't miss. You got to be a little bit scared, and Minor Crisis just didn't really see that. African bot's going to be feeling really good. I think VALORUNTS is showing their strength here. They're showing the experience that they have, and there's definitely a superiority, which all the teams have mentioned they're scared about, which we're starting to see. It's almost like they need a little bit of warm-up. But HASIEMELK's not going down without a fight. And this I love. I love the fact that they're still giving it their all every time and doing a damn good job of it. Marks of potential future stars. That's what that is.
Oh, absolutely. And seeing with HASIEMELK, of course, over here, once again, dealing with this aggression is so difficult. Especially just with King Tomato right now, almost finding the pick there, but Pledge and African bot together, Pledge with an operator, that's the last thing you want to see running at you.
I mean, the whole VALORUNTS lineup I wouldn't want to see running at me, but I mean, good up to HASIEMELK. It isn't easy, but like I said, they've continued to do a really good job of bringing the fights to VALORUNTS. I think they've scared them a few times, put them on the back foot. They're going to do this B push again, and as I say that, we got some of the HASIEMELK players moving over to A, so not sure if they want to do a fakey or if they just want to go and explore, but VALORUNTS pretty much sitting on A and in the mid, so that'll be good. This is an opportunity now for HASIEMELK to just push onto sites if they can. But they've left Caesar there, and Caesar's a scary one to face.
Oh, he absolutely is. I mean, whilst we're talking about this, African bot got knives again. He's got 2, he just dashed right in. Over in the spawn, just
more knives, more knives, here we go, boom!
Oh my, what is he sitting at? 19-3 now.
He is nasty, he's mean! Take the knives away from him. It's not allowed. It's bullying.
Yeah, ban Jet. Take Jet away from him. We can't give him this character. Oh, great plays all around. I feel like what's happening now is VALORUNTS seem to be in the head of HASIEMELK. HASIEMELK is trying to play the game. They're trying to take it slow until they can play their aggressive play style with utility, but they're not even giving them an inch to do that. As soon as they get close to anything, the VALORUNTS are just stealing the show. African Bot a walking highlight reel at this race, and look at this, the confidence just running over into mid. Seek is being used right now. You need to get rid of it, but it's given a lot of information. No one's fallen just yet, as King Smart is going to be running right onto site. Teammates are not there to assist them, and oh my, the spectator in the game can't even keep up and switch the players. The kills are happening so
Can we just I just want to remind everyone watching that African Bot, at the start of this, on the first map, was the one who did the cheeky...
Oh, Minor Crisis!
He did the cheeky wraparound and tried to do the backstab and got shot because he had to reload, and I called him arrogant. And I was like, this is what happens when you're arrogant. African Bots, my friend, take it. You can be arrogant because, my goodness, you are incredible at this game.
He's got the skill to back it up, and he's going to keep doing it. Looking at what we have now, of course, Ras. This is the last round of the half. They've got 4... Are they going 5 judges? 5 judges. So this is going to be a shotgun heaven. What I'm worried about is they're going to be walking into these long-range weapons. Simply over here, going to be peeking. Okay, Trailblazers there. And right away, okay, there's the headshot on the Vandal. And you can't use a judge at that range. Cloaks with an operator. Going to just potentially wall over this.
You will not kill my
and this is always fun. Wall over. A little right-click shot with the classic. And Pledgy. Oh, every single player on VALORUNT's got a kill. Team Ace to close out the first round.
HASIEMELK is now a Mulk Skormol. This was unfortunate for them. We're going to swap over. VALORUNTS has found their groove. I mean, we said this right at the beginning. They are the favorites. Every team is scared of them, and they have some of the best players in the country. One of their players flew in from America. I mean, we were expecting this, and then they just found their own. And here they are. They are a train. They are a running. They're not stopping, and they are taking out everyone in their path.
Absolutely. And now, of course, the momentum they have. 11-1. We are back at an even slate. Everyone is on their save round. They've got their pistols. And we've swapped sides. So now, on the... Oh my... Okay. I was going to, like, posture this up for an epic battle. And King Tomorrow just walks away with a kill over on two players that don't really matter anymore. Of course, it's already been turned around once again. Duke trying to find some kills, but Pledgy takes him down with the Sheriff. And can Caesar find his pick? Yes, he does, because he's got the frenzy. He has the aggression. He has the attack speed. Why Stupsolo going to be caught swapping weapons in mid. And now, match point.
Match points, and before we get into this, I just want to say, when we're on these econ rounds, HASIEMELK shows that they actually have really good mechanical skill. They click, they put their cursors in the right place, they do a really good job, and I think that even though this is match point, what's really important for them to remember is that they have brought the heat to VALORUNT. They have actually done some incredible stuff. They scared them right in the beginning, and they got one round. All that stuff that we saw, all those glimmers of incredible potential, now is the time. Make it happen.
And now, Minor Crisis is probably going to be using the orb here as soon as they hear Caesar. It's exactly the plan they have, as no rotations off just yet because the action is happening here. Oh my word, why Stupsolo just shooting out into the void because of the Lear. A lovely shot from King Tomato. We've seen plenty of those from this player as well. Guiding Light, going to get the flash. Is there a repeat? Not quite. Dark cover, going to be blocking off Heaven. As Caesar posturing through, Paranoia has been used. Plant from Cloaks. And now Pledgy moving over into Heaven. Minor Crisis has rotated to A side. As soon as that dark cover fades, a headshot is going to be seen. And now 4 versus 2. Duke cannot find the shot. And we do see a 2-0 victory. Back-to-back 13-1 games. And VALORUNT's going to be moving forward.
VALORUNTS have just shown how strong they are. They are the team to beat in the Red Bull Campus Clutch, but Before we move into our next game, I just want to say, HASIEMEK, there have been moments in this game you played the best in the country and you made them nervous. We saw it happen right at the start. To every single player in this lineup, we are saying goodbye to you, but I hope it's not for long, because I think today you showed your potential to go head-to-head with the best in the country, and I really hope this is not the end of your journey in South African Valorant, because I know Cloudburst, you and I want to see more of HASIEMEK.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So, without further ado, have to see more of them in the scene. Brilliant match to watch. Valorant's going to be moving forward. But from us, we're going to be moving over to a break, and then we're going to be going over to our next match, which is going to be Lunar versus Sonapi.